People, how are we doing today? You are welcome to our live session. We have some Gen Zs in the house, so we're going to pick their brains, see what they're thinking, their view on things. Okay, so if you have a Gen Z in your life, a child who is a Gen Z, or you're a Gen Z yourself, you are welcome. Let's do this together. But before we jump into today's gist, I want to take a moment to hail all my queens, all my beautiful women, my ladies, the ones who go to work, take care of hobby, take care of home, take care of children, and still put on makeup, put on their wig, and show up like nothing happened. It's your day and we celebrate you. We want to make sure you understand that we see you and we love you. Okay, this should be coming from men, but hey, we can help each other. So if you're here and you are a queen, please drop queen in the comment section, in the chat section. Okay, so let's kick this off today, knowing that is our day. So to every woman out there, to myself, you have a shout out from us. So again, we are ready to start. Grab a popcorn, get comfortable. It's going to be a good hour of fun and chat. You're seeing us live. We are all live. This is not through a video or through other means. You're seeing us live. We're seeing you live. And if you want to come into the studio as usual, I will drop a link in the chat section so you can come in and say your piece so we can also hear from you. Okay? So let's get started. I don't know if you're just coming, we just started. If you're coming, you're welcome. Just join in, okay? And don't be shy. Let's know you're here. Make your voice to be heard. Thank you for being here once again. And now I'm going to give a hand over to Lola so we can kick this off.
Hey, greetings. Happy International Day, everyone. I hope we're doing good. Today we're gonna be talking. We have our Gen Zs today with us, and we're gonna be talking about marriage, and then maybe we can pop into some of the recent happenings on the internet. Let's see what's going on. So we have Kay and we have Chi, and I think we're still expecting somebody. So I mean, if you guys can say hi, that would be nice, and then we'll take it up from there.
Definitely. Thank you, Dr. Precious and Lala, for hosting today's live. My name is Kay. I am a very avid fan of Dr. Precious and I tune into all the lives, so I'm super happy to be here. I'm also a very big fan of Lala. I love her debate style. I love her confidence. I love that she's always willing to fight for what she stands for. So it's going to be a very fun conversation, and I'm here to represent the Gen Z mindset, but I'm also very welcomed to hearing what others have to say. And I'm also here to learn. So I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Chi.
That was really nice, Kay. Hi, everyone. I am Chi, and I'm a huge fan of Dr. Precious and also Lolo. And I highly recommend that everyone to keep tuning into Dr. Precious lives and live streams, and also follow Dr. Precious on Facebook, YouTube, as well as follow Lolo on Facebook, on TikTok as well. And I'm just here to vibe. Vibes on vibe. That's what I'm here for. Give my opinion where it matters and also to learn. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. This was a program that was long overdue. So there are some keys. I'm just gonna be looking at my notes and hopping out because I know that I had a lot of questions, but I'm just gonna be looking at my notes and all that. So I hope we're ready. Chi, are we ready? You look ready already. So you dress
I'll do my
professionally,
best.
like you were coming for a business. I hope we have some good business for you. Yeah, and admire the way you are looking. You look beautiful yourself too, Dr. Precious. You look stunning, just as usual. So thank you so much, and happy Women Day. I'm yet to see my top fan in the comment section. Can we start commenting so that we can start, seeing your comments, say hi, And
Liking and
people are,
sharing. Like, and share.
and if you want to come to the studio, I'm sure there's a link on the comment section on Facebook. Um, Thank you for joining us today. Happy Sunday. I hope we went to church. Let me sound like Dr. Precious a little bit. I hope you guys went to church and you guys stayed positive. Thank you so much for coming in, OBD. We're still in the moment of introduction. I don't know if you're okay to introduce yourself now or you still want time.
No, before he does, let me give some shout out to Obianuju Davo. You are so welcome. Nkechi Nyere Onyemere, thank you for being here. Casey, you are welcome. Let me just give some shout out to people who are here on time. These are the early birds. That is good. No African time. Um, Freedom Peter, you are so welcome. Benny Makate, please forgive me if I butcher your name. I'm going to literally sit down and learn how to say your names, okay?
That's good.
Lillian Ujua, you're welcome. And let me see who else is here. This thing goes by so fast. So if I don't mention your name, please, it's not on purpose. That's because it went by before I could get to it. Patience Onwuzua, welcome. And let me see somebody else here. So, guys, if you're here, please say hi in the comment section and we'll give a shout out every opportunity we get. Okay, type in Queens because today is Women's International Day. So, we're celebrating women as we go along the G. So, and don't forget to share so other people will know that this thing we're doing here actually exists. Okay, that having been said, I'm going to hand back over to our host, Lolo. And I think Obidi just came in. I think the only guy in the panel. So others, feel free to come into the studio. Let your voice be heard, okay? Men, let your voice be heard. Because you're always saying that women are talking. We give you opportunity and we don't see you. So Obidi is representing the men for now. Obi, so please feel free to say hi. We would love to see your face. I don't know if you're turning off your camera on purpose or you're still coming, but say hi so Lolo can continue.
So thank you. I see your comment, Peter. I do see your comment, but sorry, we're not talking about Tinubu today. I think he has a lot of issues in Nigeria to handle for now. So we're gonna go back to the agenda of today. Maybe one of those days somebody will be able to talk about Tinubu, but let's talk about Gen Z marriages today and how it's is he affecting us? Is he helping us? I don't know. Because
Is our topic today how to dethrone Tinubu?
oh yeah, I see that and I'm like, are you for real? So um thank you so much, you all that came. And trust me, we want people to come into the studio if they can. Shout out to everyone that is here. And one of these days, we will be doing something good in the comment section where the early birds come in and pick some recharge card. We just throw random numbers and see how fast you guys were. If we had a somebody that could just give us numbers of card and we just throw it, and so that we can appreciate some of you that come to the comment section and comment. We see you guys and we tell you guys thank you for all your good works. Um, so now let's go back to man. I don't know why my heart is. Mm. I hope you guys are not going to say something that will break the table today.
No, we'll
So
try not to.
Gen marrying later. Okay, so um, let me ask this question because some of us we grew up where we're already 18 and we have suitors already in line, and some of us we grew up where we didn't have the opportunity to get to 25, 26. We got married at 18 because when you're done, if you're lucky to go to high school, that's okay, that's a credit. But if you're not lucky to go to high school and you stop at primary school or whatever, which is your I believe that's is it elementary. So if you're not lucky to, advance to high school, so what would be an appropriate age? Like, K, Chi, is there something wrong with somebody getting married 18? What do you guys think? Let's start from that.
Oh, I feel that's a really good question. I think for me, my opinion would be yes, because at 18, I feel like there are still so many things to learn and so many things to discover about oneself. From the American standpoint, 18 is at the age where somebody is graduating high school. From a Nigerian standpoint, that will be the age where somebody is probably taking JAM or WAEC or maybe entering their first year of university. So I feel like it would be a very young age to get married. It wouldn't be a young age for maybe dating and exploration and things like that, but for marriage, for to go in front of family and friends and before the Lord and before your traditional community and commit yourself to someone to death does you part, I do think that is a bit extreme and too young to do at 18.
So, at 18, don't you think somebody is old enough? Because for me, when I was 18, I don't know. I don't know
Zion.
what the names of my children would be like, if it's Nkechi, if it's Abigail, if it's James, at 13, 14 already, we're looking at our parents. Like for me, my grandma got married before she could leave, before she could even see her period, right? She was already in her husband's house, and she was telling me a story of how she saw. I think she had an injury or something. Maybe she was at the stream, and somebody told her you could put some cloth. Then it wasn't part, it wasn't a thing. It was some piece of cloth, that she could use a piece of cloth, and that was absolutely okay, right? And that's how she learned how to, part herself. And I know when she used to tell me, "Wow, that times have really fly." At least now we could have pads and whatnot. God bless her memory. But she got married before even she could turn 18. So are you telling me at 18 you can't manage a business? At 18 you can do all the things. Like, gee, let me hear from you. What's your
This is
opinion? Because I think 18
this is
is, old enough.
I don't know
Let's
to
go.
put my wife.
I would say I have three answers for one question. And the reason
Okay.
why I have three answers for one question is because I strongly believe that it's not a one shoe fits all situation. So if it's all those kind of young love, the girl is 18, the guy is 18, they think they are okay to get married, that's fine. It's okay. And they could, grow together and start business or career together. That is fine by me. Secondly, second answer is no, because I feel like at the age of 18, based on my own upbringing, I was not allowed to date at 18 or even be in a relationship. In fact, I was not allowed to go to the movies at 18. I was inside my house or at school. So all I knew at 18 was study, business mindset, because I'm from an Igbo family, and stay inside the house or go to your cousin's house or your auntie's house, and that's it. So at 18, I would say no, because one hasn't developed, or, the frontal lobe has not developed yet. That's
That is somebody that has been following me.
So so
then the third answer will be if the person the if the man is way older and the lady is just 18, it's still a no for me. And I understand that back in the day it worked fine then, but the fact that it was working fine then doesn't make it right, because I still see someone as, personally, if you're below 25, I still see you as a child.
below
So
25,
yeah, you don't have
child,
business getting married below 25.
below
Unless you're marrying
25.
someone that is the same age with you, then no problem. That's my opinion though.
Wow. Well, Dr. Precious, we're still gonna
Yes.
hear from you. At what age is appropriate for your daughter to get married? What age?
You know me, I'm very science inclined, so I always try to look for research and not just say things out of emotion or out of culture. So, based on science, based on research, the frontal lobe, which Chi just mentioned, is completely matured at the age of 25. So, and that area of the brain is directly responsible and involved in decision making and being able to make good decisions. So if that area is not fully developed, so whatever decision you're making, how credible is it? So I would say the age of 25 for everybody, at least 25 for men and women. However, we're learning as we go along. Like I was one of those that grew up wanting to be married. At the age of 12, I was already picking out my children's names. Okay. It doesn't mean, I'm telling you, it doesn't mean I was promiscuous. No, I wasn't. I just wanted to, I just saw marriage as this beautiful thing. I couldn't wait to be married, have my little children. I wanted children so bad. And I don't know why I was like that, okay? But it was inevitable that I was going to get married early because I wanted to so bad. I wasn't interested in too much boyfriend, girlfriend. This I wanted to be married, have my little house, have my little children, and cook for them. I'm just all about family, family. So, but
Okay.
anyway, now we know better and we do
Hmm.
better. I don't think anybody should be getting married before the age of 25 because the decisions you're making at that time, I don't know, your taste changes as you grow. What you think is cute at the age of 18 might totally be appalling to you at the age of 25 and 30. Even at that 25 is still dicey because at 30 you might think differently. People evolve as they grow older. You evolve every day. Your tastes change, your views change, you grow. Okay. So, to minimize that disparity in your thinking and views, it's better to at least have your frontal lobe be matured completely, which is the age
Okay.
of 25. But
Um,
if you want to push it from what we're seeing now, all this divorce everywhere, honestly, people should not be getting married before 30. Look at it. Look at what is happening.
That's a good one.
Look at it. It's a mess. It's a mess. I even hear men that are saying there shouldn't be marriage anymore, that the people should just contract people to have children for them and leave it at that. That's how bad it's gotten. Marriage is a joke nowadays. It's sad though. It's sad because I'm pro family. I kind of like the olden days where it's respected, where you're married to somebody, you're married to somebody. I like the olden days, but the issue is with time, things change, things evolve. We can't apply the olden days principles anymore because the olden days principle worked in the olden days because of the way things were. Women were not going to school. Women, if they go to school at all, they will be teachers. That's the highest a woman can climb, is to be a
so thank
teacher. So they will take the children to school with them, come back home with them and cook and all that. But nowadays, women are lawyers, doctors, engineers, this. So you can't continue to apply the same principles. And I think that's where things are a mess. I think if we're adopting the Western world, we should adopt it fully, and if we're not adopting it, we shouldn't. Because what happens is, you see, there's a video that I'm about to do about a woman that came to America and was just bashing all American women. Said they go to work, they ignore their children, they ignore their husband, blah blah blah. But guess what? If you don't do that, how are you gonna pay bills? That is the way the country is, is designed. So the problem is we're adopting Western culture and living in African 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 land. I think that's the way to put it. We're adopting the
you.
culture but living in African land. So it's not gonna work. So there's this big crash. And that's what is happening. Is simply a mess. You have men that their fathers never entered the kitchen. They come to America, They don't want to enter the kitchen. Meanwhile, your mother back home would have had your father that never entered the kitchen. Your mother never had to go to work. But here now, your wife is going to work, working 8 hours a day, and you're still expecting the same treatment that your mother gave your father. How do you think it's gonna work? But anyway, I don't want to ramble off.
Okay.
So I've answered
Thank
your
you.
question, which is the age of 25.
Okay, thank you so much. You actually went into some of the things we'll be talking about. Obidi, thank you for coming. Welcome. We will move up to stability because this is what I hear the Gen Z talking about. They're focused on education, career, financial stability, and the rest of them because a lot of narrative has changed. For me, sometimes I wish some of our forefathers never migrated to the US, to London, to several countries because it looks like very soon there'll be no more culture. Civilization will get into some of those things. I mean, Kay is like shocked at what I'm saying, but I'm telling you the truth. If you ask Lola what she wanted, I know Dr. Precious, we've talked about this over and over again. I wish I could still go to August meeting. But for some people in my age, they don't consider August meeting as anything. They feel like those women are old. They start seeing people on the sixth floor as old and fifth floor as old, and they feel like they're not talking wisdom, it's not money. Growing up, I knew how I would always want to join my mom for August meeting because I see how happy she is in preparation to go for August meeting. Look at me. I've been married for how many years? I haven't had the opportunity to even attend one. Now this is by the way, but the thing is, I don't know if civilization or our parents going abroad or sleep. I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. But for me, I think it's taking away some of the good things that happened during our childhood, some of the things our parents experienced, and everything is just going haywire. It's going off. So you might be surprised, Kate. If you ask some of our parents what they want, they wish they could go back to the time of the old. They wish they could go back to that time where things was of value. They wish they could go back to where people appreciated every little thing. Because right now, women are no longer staying in marriages. I need to be very honest. Right now, men are not even marryable. Right now, education has made us know our rights. So because you know your rights, trust me, these things are not going to happen again. Well, it's overwhelming, but let me go by asking this question. So, Obidi, do we start from you to ask you what do you think? Because what do you think? Because a lot of Gen Z we see today are just focused on education, career wise, and financial stability. So, what are your thoughts?
And if I may add, Lolo, and also what do they look for in a mate that they want to marry, especially the girls? What are they
We'll
looking for
get
them?
there.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Obidi, the floor is all yours.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear
Yeah.
you. We can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Um, I just feel like I just feel like people should just marry when they feel like they want to marry. Go and get into
Okay.
it, do it. If you find out that that's not what it's for you, get out and just move on. I see. I understand. The world will always evolve. I'm sorry. There's things that you can't stop. No matter how you try, you can't stop it. People, I believe people have dealt with these issues years ago, generations ago as well. So it's just, it won't stop people from getting married, and it won't stop people from not finding partners to live the rest of their life with. Some people will get married and live out a happy life, and some people won't, and they'll end up, not having a partner. So I won't see it as, although it's crazy in our generation, but I believe years ago there was a generation it was crazier as well, and there was how they dealt with it, which is just the normal way humans would deal with everything that comes their way, regardless. So at the point, if people find out that there's nobody on earth, like nobody is getting married to each other, they will find a solution. Something is going to happen, and everybody is going to be like, okay, you know what? We need to start marrying. Okay, everybody has to start marrying each other. There's nothing we can do at this point, and that's just the way it's going to be. Because yeah, if you want to throw logic on it and you want to add things on it, you just find out that a lot of things are dividing genders, the gender structure in our human race right now. There's a lot of division, a lot of things that are coming out are posing as distractions, and the accessibility to social media and a lot of things make it so hard for people to stay in marriages. So if people want to go back to the old times, you also find out you'll be living in a time where you cannot reach your
Yeah.
partner. And do you know how they dealt with that? You don't know. So at the end of the day, it's like you have to follow the times. I'm sorry. And things will kind of things will purify. The solution is not stopping entirely. It's just to keep trying. That's why we're humans at the end of the day. And that's just my thought process. Thank you guys.
So you nailed it. To be honest, I am on that boat with you. I will be agreeing with you because people should marry when they want to marry. But my own ideology in my house is marry when you're capable. Don't marry because I live next door or your parents live 2 streets away. Marry when you're capable because Dr. Precious, when these kids leave our house, we'll be taking vacations. We'll be happier. There are things we're gonna do. I mean, it doesn't mean that we're not happy with them. It means that some of these things has lessened. Now it's time for us to enjoy our life. To be
So
honest,
nobody should be bringing you grandchildren, Abby.
nobody should be bringing me problem. How many times did I bring grandchildren for my dad? I mean, my children, they should have as many as they could handle. It's okay for us to come stay with the grandchildren, take care of the grandchildren, but it has to be on our availability because we still need to enjoy what you call old age. So it's not I wasn't privileged to give my mother no grandchildren. I wasn't privileged to send my kids to my grandmother. I'm not that privileged. So my kids should understand that I need to live my life. I started this thing too early that right now I need to I'm looking at the time where I want to enjoy. I want to go do some rock music, rock and roll. That's about the time. And that's why I said I don't know how I got into the millennium. They were supposed to wait for me to get into the boat of the Gen Z because I think that sometimes I'm with you guys 100%. So, but without saying that, why is it that Gen Z is all about their career, education? They want to travel, they want to do this, they want to do, and what baffles me is when I see the women of today. That's all that matters to them is to build themselves first. I just wonder where's the family? Like, okay, sometimes you're traveling to England, you're in Thailand, you're there, So I'm just asking you, in my time, is it that you're not checking on what your mom needs, your dad needs, your sibling needs, like if you have to pick them up, So I don't know what comes because you see the luxury you have to travel around. I didn't have that luxury, to be honest. I need to be real. I didn't have that luxury, right? I'm studying. I still have siblings to deal with. I still have uncle and auntie to deal with, right? But it looks like you don't have no auntie and uncle to deal with. Looks like you have your life to deal with. It's okay. I'd like you to tell us, like, why is it that you guys look like you don't have more responsibilities like we do have. So I just want to know from you. Maybe,
Oh, that is a beautiful question, Lolo. And I do understand where you're coming from because when I speak to my mom and my aunts, they also have a similar story to where maybe because they were from a big family, or maybe because they had a lot of people to take care of and look after, or they had children young, that they spent a lot of their time worrying about their family and worrying about how to provide for their family. But it's also funny because it's those same women, like my mom and my aunties, that are telling me to travel. They're the ones telling me to go live your life, go see things, go explore, go meet new people. And it's not to say that I don't have responsibilities because I'm Igbo. I come from an Igbo household, and I feel like culturally it's always been instilled in me to watch out for my younger ones and check in on my parents. So I feel like given the modern society that we're in, I do have that luxury of balancing it. So I still experience stress when it comes to handling family matters. But the way I escape that stress, or the way I relieve that stress, is by traveling, is by saving my money, making good financial decisions, and just treating myself. I think that's the thing that Gen Z ladies are onto. We're just treating ourselves. Like we still have things that freak us out. I mean, depending on what country you're in, there could be an impending war, depending on how the economy is looking. Some of us may not have jobs in the future, but I feel like overall, we're just looking at the present and we're just focusing on enjoying the present with or without a partner, or with or without a marriage in sight. Because I feel like what matters the most is one's individual enjoyment. So, as much as I do love my family, I feel like I would rather enjoy and travel until I'm at the stage where I can put that aside for the meantime and focus on developing a family on my own. But yes, I'd be everywhere. Scotland, Korea, Nigeria, Spain. I will be on a plane. I will be on a plane. I have to take accountability for that. I take a plane. Yes.
um,
You see,
if it was possible, I would have gotten some hanky to clean my eyes, because, girl, you believe in my dream, the kind of dream man, you believe in my dream.
No,
Lola,
don't
I
say
see.
Lola,
my
give it. Your time is gone.
no.
It's
Lola,
not
give
You
it.
gone.
believe in my
Not at
dream,
all.
because
No, no, no. Let me tell you what Lola is regretting. Lola is angry that she came to during the millennials. She wants to be a Gen Z.
man,
Unfortunately, unfortunately, she came out before the Gen Z. So Lola,
She's
heal
a
from
Gen Z
it,
at
so we can.
heart.
so
Yes, with aspects of
to be
Lala's life
honest,
in terms of her marriage and
look
things
at
like
how
that.
amazing. Do you know how, if we had lived those life, we'd be called bad kids, living extravagantly, all those names, you name it. But I'm seeing
Lola,
Chi
it
putting
doesn't
on
mean they
her
are not
hair.
calling us those names though.
Chi, Chi, Chi,
True,
I'm
very
seeing your
true.
hair. If I could price the wig you're wearing, it could buy somebody, a meal for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. But I'm seeing how you guys are popping, you guys are shining. I'm seeing Obidi, he's living his dream. But the truth is still untold. Chi, how? Because I know you guys are saving up to surprise your parents if they're turning 50, 60, 70, whatever, like, right? I don't know if you guys are having that stress, because, we always, maybe we always think about every other person, but
Everybody, yeah.
you, right?
Every
Which is
and still is
crazy.
not enough. Oh, why you're thinking about everybody, you still
The,
can never do enough. Oh,
that's what I'm trying to say. The culture, well, Chi, let me come to you. You know how you're making money and you're judging yourself. Let me give you a typical example of somebody that is in the early stage of millennium, right? She was given 500,000 for free, like she won money somewhere. Do you know she took a car back to where she's from? I think somewhere in Adazi this morning. She was briefing me. She went to go share some of this money with her family members. But she need this money for her business, right? Dr. Precious, she need this money for business. But first, the thing that came in mind was, I need to go take them shopping, get some little things for the house. But guess what? Her business is struggling. She doesn't live with them. She lives alone, right? But her business is struggling. A real Gen Z will take all that money and put in that business, right? Chi. And when the business
Gen Z
has,
will not Gen Z
produce,
will not even answer your call.
they
I
okay.
beg
Gen
to differ.
you're calling yourself.
Chi,
Gen Z
hold
will,
on.
I beg to
Over.
differ.
Are you early millennial or are you Gen Z Gen Z? Chi.
No, Gen Z,
no,
Because
Gen Z.
she is Gen Z.
okay,
This
you're Gen
all
Z
these
Gen Z,
people
but
here
you're
are
getting
Gen
to
Z,
differ.
Gen Z.
And that's why I'm wondering if you're early millennial. Because we have some people that have, like me, I have some traits of Gen Z, even though I don't know how my parents who asked them to give. Oh God, but that's by the way. Now, Chi, I'm asking you, can you just come in somewhere, you know?
So with
Lolo,
the
Lolo,
with
Lolo, be paying attention to the comment section. Those people are spitting facts there.
Okay, so with the part that that lady had to go to her home to buy groceries and try to make sure they are well fed, and you guys are saying Gen Z won't even pick the call. The funny reality, or based on statistics in this UK, Gen Z do send money back home the most. So the first ranking are Gen Zs, then millennials. Now, I don't know if it's because of the population of the age bracket of the population of Gen Zs that moved to the UK. Maybe that's why it's like that versus the age bracket of millennials that moved to the UK. The number, I don't know if that's the reason, or millennials are too busy with their own direct family than sending money back home. But you'll be surprised to see that so many Gen Zs are actually responsible. However, what comes in is boundaries. They set boundaries. So in this lady's scenario now, I'll speak for myself. I will definitely go home and buy groceries still. However, I would do it in a different way. I wouldn't spend the most of the money on groceries and let my business suffer. No. I'm going to I'm going to take just a little, and even if it means going to the inside of market just to get more things for cheaper price and make sure that they are okay, but my business will still have enough money to flourish. Because guess what? And that's one thing that happens here in the UK, right? Once you get here, my godmom was still telling me, make sure you focus on yourself. Don't get lost in sending money back home or doing this one that. And how many money do I even have? But that's by the way. That's by the way. Many Gen Zs are learning to set boundaries, or they've learned to set boundaries without fearing of what will people say. And that, I don't know if you know this trend of people saying no is a full sentence. No is no. So that's just it. Go to the market, get a few things, do the groceries, but still focus on your business. That's my stand. And I would always tell people, set boundaries. You send money to so and so. Even people that send money to their parents, put them on salary every month, and you send exactly how much you've negotiated with them, and you lock up. Even if they say heaven is falling, oh, this one, the boss landed on top of the person's leg, oh, none of your
Not the
business.
boss.
You have sent what you have to send for the month. And it's now for them to know to manage funds, money management. That's my stand. Boundaries and money management. Full stop.
Wait, so this small talk where we just talk. Now you put money. I think we don't speak plenty English. Now you put boundary and money. This is crazy, girl. So you already put.
Somebody said in the comments, Lolo, please, can I read a few comments?
Yeah, do
Somebody said in
so.
the comment, by the way, comfort is here hailing you. But somebody said in the comments, most of these Gen Z are very self-centered. They just care about themselves. And somebody also said, Doctor, you are on point. They don't answer calls.
Okay,
You
now
Somebody
see,
said
okay,
Gen
when
Z
you're
go later
done,
see life. Somebody said the Gen Z are not making marriage easy at all. So Gen Z no send anybody. To me, that's the conclusion. You see, this
let
Gen
me
Z no send
yeah,
anybody.
to me, it's the
That
let me
person
boundaries.
shock
It's
summed
you.
the
it up.
boundaries they are reacting
Let
to.
me
It's the
shock you.
boundaries they are reacting
Freedom
to
eater.
like that.
So
Somebody
Chi,
Somebody said I don't have parents, but I'm still taking care of a lot of people. Yeah. Please remember God said, go in the world and be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. The joy of old age are those grandchildren. Oh, okay. Please enjoy your grandchildren. Oh, you see, you see us, the millennials, we keep you keep your own child. We've done our part.
so
We
you
want
know,
to travel too. We want to travel too. We love you, grandchildren. Mwah! We love you, but stay with your mother and your father.
um
I be Lolo. Isn't that what we're saying?
let me say something. My kids are what age? Dr. Precious, let me shock you. Couple of months ago, these kids were discussing on how they are going to Japan, how they're going to Ireland to go to school. They're already thinking of moving away from my house. Now, leaving me lonely. But that was not the idea when we decided to have this many kids. Nobody even said they are staying within the United States. So I was watching at what age, because they thought I was sleeping. They thought I slept off, right? I, man, I had to call everybody for a meeting and ask them, Kilo Day, what's the problem? You know, so I'm just telling you how it is. They are going, they want to go, they already know that they're going to go far away from the house. Chi, you want to say something?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So you see that part you said they're going to go far away and leave you. From a Gen Z's perspective, this is how I see it. Me, I will not be lonely because I'll be with my husband. The children, they come and go. I don't have business
Thank
with the
you.
children.
Exactly.
Once they get to a certain age, they're leaving. In fact, I do tell my mom that if you want grandkids, you have to sign up that you're going to come and babysit. If not, allow me to be. You're the
You
one
see,
that
Gen
wants the
Z,
children.
they're creeping up now. They're creeping out.
I
You want
agree
the
with
children? I give you. If
They're
you don't
creeping
want
out,
them,
So,
let me
small,
be.
small.
you say you had the guts to talk to your mom and tell her to get ready for babysitting.
See,
Now,
if
hold
she
on.
wants grandchildren,
She
Who
has
gave
to be
birth?
ready,
Hold
oh.
on. Who gave birth to my mom? Like it be like Chelugodu, like my mom, Mrs. Ifi Gadona Eba, you and your mom say there are certain things you will not even say out of respect, Dr. Precious. You just said you told your mom to get ready to babysit.
Gen Z no send nobody. What part of it are you not on that? Gen
One of the
Z no
questions I
send.
will ask
And
myself is
these
that
ones here are the mellow
how
Gen
do I
Zs, oh, the
what
real Gen Zs
punishment do I
won't
want?
even answer their mom's call.
Should I shock you at 20 something? Your parents will still smack you, being a man or a woman. That's not Kroada Kalonye Kolia. I don't know if you guys know the meaning of that. So now you're now lecturing them that
Gen Z don't eat okra.
it's okay. Gee, I'm glad that your mom is, this kind of, easy mom. Will I use the word easy mom? Mine was strict. There's some things you can't even come home with, Dr. Precious.
But
You have
Lala,
to see
Lala,
Kolia
Lala, Lala, sorry to interrupt you. You see what she said? That is how all Gen Zs feel. Oh. That is how they no saying this having children nonsense, family nonsense. That is how they feel. Oh, all of them. They will say,
Okay,
some of them have told me because I have a lot of them in my life. I have too many of them in my life. Some of them have told me that they only want one child, and that one child is if they're sure of a nanny that will stay. That is how they all
Okay,
feel.
let's hear from our adorable Gen Zs here. Hold on. We're gonna take a little bit break, commercial break of 2 minutes where I'm asking some questions now. Kay, I know you're not gonna disappoint me. How many children would you like to have? From if I say the number, you say yes. Five? Five at least.
no,
Four,
no,
six. Okay, six.
no.
Oh no, come on. Okay,
Half.
three.
She wants to have half.
Three. You
Half.
want three kids?
Three, no.
Are you kidding me? Seven. Maybe you want to beat your parents up to their game.
No.
Okay, so two.
No.
Maybe.
No. Ah! Okay, one.
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 I would like one child and a cat. I would. I would like one child and a cat and a husband.
Doctor
Would be
Precious.
ideal.
When you were sending the link to this Gen Z, did you tell them they were going to be on the panel with Gen Zs, or you told them there was millennium or maybe possible?
If I told them there'll be millennium, they might not come. I just
All right, Chi, don't break my heart. Chi, you sound like you're part of the millennium. I'm liking you already. I'm liking you already. Let's go five. Chi, let's go five.
No.
Come on now, six.
somebody
No.
said his cat a child.
Okay, four, four.
No.
Chi, you sounded like your mother's handbag. Come on, don't do this
I
to us.
am.
Three, Chi, three.
Uh-uh. Mm-mm. No.
Ah,
Oh, wait,
okay.
oh, we're making a
Chi,
love connection. Oh, somebody said is Kay still single? If yes, I'm rooting for her. Well, Kay is single, oh. So play
okay,
your cards.
so
You never
so
know.
somebody said, hold on. Somebody said she wants one child, and you're there rooting for her in the comment section. Ah, we are
And a
finished.
cat.
And a
I know
cat,
she
oh, she
wants a
said a cat.
child.
Thank God she didn't say a dog. She said
So
a cat.
this is somebody who
I
wants a wife with one child and a cat.
And, a, and all of a sudden you are in love. It's okay. Okay, you have somebody
It's all
now.
right.
Number
Thank you.
It's
Give
all
that
right.
out to you.
take two kids. You want two kids?
so if it's twins and they come once, yes.
But if they don't come once, you just want one child.
I know
Gee,
my mom will pounce on me if she hears this, but
gee, who knows her mom in the comment section indicate? Because I will personally download the video and send. Let me save a mother. Nah. You see why I
I know
Lola,
said
my mom will
Lola,
come
civilization
strong for me,
if you
but
like, download and send to
is
the
a
grandfather.
problem.
They don't send you.
Now,
I don't know
OBD,
how many times I have to tell you that.
OBD, I don't know what's going on with your network, but I hope you're still with us. We haven't lost you yet. Please, how many children would be ideal for you, sir? He's no longer here.
I think Obid
Okay.
is frozen. Obid, are you
So,
there?
there is something. It breaks. It's at this junction. None of my children should tell me they don't want a child or they want. Listen, I had four of them. As a matter of fact, none of them is twins. I kept going, 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 going. Right? They should have that. In fact, Dr. Precious, I want my kids to beat me up to my game. I want them to have like five or six children. That's the goal. By the grace of God,
Lola,
finances wouldn't be a
Lola,
problem.
Lola.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
many times did
Yes,
I
ma'am.
call you?
Did
Wake
Obidi
up
run
from your
away?
sleep.
Obidi
Wake up.
actually ran for his life. It's like he doesn't want any child at all. Hey, nah.
we can do with twins and at once. That's okay.
I
Where
feel
is
like
Obidi?
that
Obidi, please come back to the
Hmm?
chat room. We're sorry for the question asked.
having twins
Ah,
at once, I think it's okay.
Ewo, five
Yeah.
for six is not too much. Obidi left.
Twins
He's
with
just what
both
he's saying.
mothers from both
Chai.
sides.
No one wants stress these days. I understand. It's all right.
Gen Z,
K,
how will they travel when they're having two children? They
K,
just want to travel.
K, wherever your parents are,
Okay,
see
so somebody
finances
said,
are involved.
KC, somebody said, hold on. Somebody said, K, I disagree with you. I don't want a cat at all. For cat is not a child.
So K, let me say this. Don't
Yes.
I inspire you? I mean, I've got four kids, but I still have my life. Don't I
Yeah.
inspire you in some kind of way?
You do truly. And I feel like that's why I keep coming to this program, because you and
Okay.
Dr. Precious are very intelligent women who have managed to balance their lifestyle
Okay.
with their family life. And that's something I do admire.
Okay.
Somebody said, Henrietta said, 6 children in this economy is too much.
Okay.
Oh,
So you see,
okay, a
one of
lot
the
of
things
people are against your cat in the
How
I'm
Chinese
are we
comment
gonna
sending,
have
section.
summer body for doing six
so
kids?
I'm sending a message. I'm sending a message to everybody on this live stream. You see why I think our forefathers that traveled to several countries, all in the name of civilization, exposure, education, they failed us because this is the result. And I'll tell you why. This is my own
Because we
perspective.
want two twins.
Sorry, this is my perspective. You know, if you are Igbo, population is one of the problem because you guys have just reduced our population. Imagine K having one child, Chi having Obidi, please make me happy. I know you're a guy, you're not. Forget this women. We women anyway. Obidi, please, how many kids would you like to have? How many?
Having children would depend on how comfortable man is. Oh.
No, now just tell me now. How many would you like to have? Three, four, five? You're not
Okay,
the one in the
I'll
theater.
say
You're not the one giving birth to the kids.
I'll say four.
Obidi, I like
You'll be
you.
awake all night
Obidi, hold on.
feeding.
Obidi, wherever in the state you are, anytime you come to Austin, Texas, ask Dr. Precious, where is Lolo? I have, I owe you lunch. I do owe you lunch. Thank you for not breaking my heart the more. These women, nah.
What did Obidi say? How
He
many
said
is
he's
he
gonna
going
four. He said four is ideal. Four, and he, you. Let me tell you. You see in the comment section, men are proud of you now. National Lord is proud of you, and you. He's. I'm sure he will soon chat. He will soon comment, and this is a proper. Raphael, thank you. You don't disappoint. Thank you for representing us. Obidi, I'm sure your parents will be proud of you. Thank you so much. But how many wives would you want? How many wives?
It's not easy to do with more than one person now.
Okay, so you're gonna stick on one wife.
Yeah,
Okay.
unless they want to give me title or something, then maybe I
All
might.
right.
No.
So Obidi, back in the days, your forefathers, they married multiple women because of population. They married multiple women for politics, affluence, you know, the name. Like, there's no man that is in the record that married two or three wives that you're not hearing his name. Even after how many generations, they will still use him as a point of contact.
the
You
comment
know,
the
they
comment section is
one wife
somebody
is
said
the goal.
Obidi doesn't look like he's going to help his wife take care of those 4 children.
Obidi, don't worry about the comment section. I got you. I got you. You see, to be honest, you impressed me. So your focus, I'm just telling you,
Mm.
there's something called Obi. They don't want anybody to be bigger than them. They want to be rich in crop, farms, children, wives, and everything, including concubine. So now you didn't disappoint them. You're gonna have 4 kids. But you said one wife is enough for you. I do understand. One wife, one husband. I'm that kind of person. But I want to be the first in mankind to start up polyandry. Yeah, polyandry. Whenever they establish that law, I've always said it that I can be able to handle two, three husbands. Maybe AB will join. Dr. Precious will join my club. You know.
Lola, Lola, how many times did I call you?
Uh,
My hands, my armpit, there's no hair. You want to see my armpit? There is no hair. Leave me your polyandry business.
so now, I want to get to the main deal why you guys are here because a lot of people are complaining. They say this Gen Z, you guys see marriage as business. You guys don't treat marriage as marriage. You want everybody to have a role. You want the roles to be defined in the marriage. You don't see that the man is the head of the home. Everybody is the head, depending on the department. So this is crazy. Because when a man say I'm the head, even the Bible tells you that this men are the head. Some of you have gone, if you go to TikTok, some of my folks go as far as in the animal kingdom, the women are the ones leading. Why is it that, yeah, and we hear these funny stories every now and then. And I just want to ask you guys, and I'm going to mute my mic because when Kay is done, she could continue obedient. And then if our beautiful host has something to say, that would be nice. But I just want to ask, so this is where I'm going to throw the ball and take a break while you guys talk and I listen. Except there's something I want to say. Now, what is going on? Why is marriage now a business transaction? Because in my time, my mother built me to be a wife. I don't have a business not being a good wife. You know, I don't have a business not being a good wife, right? So, but right now, I noticed that women are saying they don't just want to be good wives, but they are now having a campaign that they want to even raise good women. They're not raising, they talked about misogyny and the rest of of its kind, patriarchy from the African system where we came from. But now I want to push it to you guys. Why is marriage now a business transaction? Because that's what you guys are making it sound. The marriage, our parents inculcated in us, telling we the women are the ones we're supposed to be reserved. I don't see my Gen Z being reserved, right? I see you guys, making sure that you're heard and in all your departments, you guys were the one that brought all this mommy makeover and the rest. We don't even know what is waiting consignable with overload mommy makeover. But please, Kay, can you just take the floor and tell us what you make out of this? Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Lola. Again, I feel like your questions are so insightful and in depth, and truly, this is a conversation that we need to have. I think with the way Gen Z see marriage and as a business transaction, and likewise myself, I see it as a transaction of some sorts, at least, because when I look at the marriages of our forefathers and the romantic dynamics that they were in, it didn't seem beneficial to the women. It felt as if marriages back then only benefited the men and benefited the community. And if we're talking about marriage, if we're talking about a union of two people, I feel like both parties should equally benefit from this union, whether that's financially, romantically, physically. There should be some sort of glow up or some sort of essence that this marriage is adding to both people. So the reason why I see marriage as a transaction is because I want to give my best self to my husband, but likewise, I want my husband to do the same for me. And this goes into the way I see people. This goes into the way I interact with men because I'm not trying to find someone that doesn't have the qualities that I desire because I know if I possess what they desire, I want to benefit from that as well. So I think instead of seeing it as a business transaction, because I feel like that sounds so formal, seeing it as a business transaction, but I do believe that the way my generation sees it as a transaction of some sort, as a give and take of some sorts, is positive because if both people are entering a union that traditionally and religiously should last for life, we need to enjoy it. I am not going to seek out a man that does not like to travel when I love to travel. I will not seek out a man that does not have a sense of fashion or style when that is my passion. I love fashion. I love makeup. I love things like that. I love looking nice. So why would I seek out a man that looks unpresentable half of his life? Instead of me marrying that man out of love and trying to change him, I feel like the best thing would be for me to seek out what I want and what will benefit me because I know that I am being my best self to benefit my husband. So I think seeing it as a transaction is not a crime. If anything, it helps women benefit from a union that has been taking from us for generations and generations. And again, with the women around me, the older women around me that I look up to, that are wise, that have so much experience under their belts, they also tell me the same thing to just look for relationships and look for a marriage that will benefit me because I know that I will also add that same benefit to my husband. So that is what I think. Chi, I'll throw it over to you.
Uh-oh. I was thinking Obi was gonna go next. But for me, first of all, I want to address the part where Lolo said something like women are now trying to be the head and men are no longer the head of the family and all of that. I don't want to be any head though. Let the man be the head. I'm not built for
Agreed.
stress.
Agreed.
He should be heading the family. It's not a
Lead me,
problem.
please. Lead me.
It's biblical as well. The man is the head of the family. Nobody's arguing that. My own is that if he's the head of the family with love for his wife, it's not the traditional head of family that most Nigerians talk about. It's now head of family that loves you unconditionally. That means before they do anything, they will think of how their wife would feel about what they're about to do. Hence, that would direct whatever they do. And if a man loves his wife genuinely, I feel like there will never be a problem in the marriage. As well as if the one woman loves the wife, if the woman loves the man genuinely as well. So let the man lead. Nobody is dragging that with any man. Oh, let me speak for myself. I'm not dragging that with any man. That's number one. Then number two, when Gen Zs are saying marriage is a transactional thing, for me, I see marriage as a partnership where both people come together in partnership for each other. Marriage is a partnership of service. I service you, you service me, and then it works out fine. For example, if you marry someone who is good with finance and then the other party is not good with finance, you have to trust your partner to handle the finance part because this person knows it better. Then if the other partner has something they know better, for example, interior decoration now, you would have to trust the decoration of the home to the partner that knows it better. So that's why I said it's a partnership. The person that knows something better should handle it. The other person that knows whatever better should handle it. And honestly, there will be no cause for problem in the marriage. For me, I just see marriage as something that love should lead and each other's strengths should also lead. Full stop. It's not a war zone at all. It's quite sad how the current situation we are in, where every morning you wake up, you're seeing one thing or the other, where it's looking like a war zone. The other day, Dr. Precious posted something of a woman with the big eyes, stuff like that. It's quite sad that that's what happens, domestic violence and all of that. But that's not what marriage is about. Marriage is about partnership with love, where the man is leading and the woman is the neck. Both of them make decisions together with love. That's my stance.
Okay. So
Obidi,
if
Obi,
I
you're
you
may
want to go
next.
next?
if I may say something before we go to OBD, I think this your polyandry comment is causing issues in the comment section. Guys, I think she's joking. I don't think she meant to that she wants two, three husbands. That's one. Secondly, somebody is saying that we have taken this to the Bible. Somebody said that Lolo, you should advise this Gen Z because they don't know what they're doing. They are lost. So, and it's quite a few comments like that. So, guys, in the comment section, we're trying to read your comments. Is if we don't get to yours, please don't be angry. Sometimes I will use a comment and make a video in the future because it's very hard to address everybody's comment. Um, Cheese. Somebody is saying, okay. A lot of people have a problem with K and her cat. And let me see, I'm trying to quickly.
I
go
will
through
find a husband that likes cats, so don't worry, Chad. I
a
got you.
few.
God will send me a husband that loves cats just as
Somebody said one child and a cat. So somebody is saying if you're still living with your parents and you don't have your footing, should you think about marriage? I would say no, don't. Um, Somebody asking if you're a twin. Chi, are you a twin? Chi is not a twin,
No, but I love twins.
but she loves twins.
Chad.
Uh, Obi dina man you be. Okay, I've gone through a few chats. So, guys, in the chat section, thank you all for your contributions. Basically, I'm really enjoying the chat section today. So, please don't forget to hit the like button. I know we get into this and we forget to hit the like button, but that like button is very important because that's what tells Facebook that you guys like what we're doing. So, please hit the like button, okay? And share it if you don't mind. Share it so other people will see the live, and hopefully, next time they'll be able to join us. So don't forget to like and share. Comment. You're already doing good on the comment. So we're loving it. We're reading it. And we thank you for being here once again. And we're enjoying this little time we're having together. So we'll continue. I think Oizobi about to speak next.
Yeah.
Obi, let's hear from you.
I would like them to refresh my memory on the question.
I think the
So
question was,
I said people take marriage, especially Gen Z. You guys see marriage as a business transaction, and which the two wonderful lady that spoke made me still understand that they're on the same page. It's a business transaction. Everybody has to take their role. So, Obi, would you be nice enough to tell us what do you think about marriage? Because it's now I rub your back, you rub my back. Somebody talked about service. It's a place where you have come to serve. You know, and yeah. So go ahead, take the floor.
I don't think marriage should be seen as a business transaction.
Okay.
Has been seen as a like as a business transaction. It's very very easy to actually see it that way. If you if you look closely enough in a lot of marriages, you'll be able to see the transaction that is there. But my own idea, I don't think it should be that way. Because if you're just looking for a transaction, then just go and hire what you want. If you need someone that's just going to consistently just be showing you love and nothing else, go and hire somebody that's just going to be doing that. I just feel like marriage goes beyond transaction. And in transaction, if you want, if you're paying good money, there should not be compromise. I'm paying enough money. I'm not going to compromise. Better give me what I want. But in marriage, there is compromise, there is understanding, there is empathy, there's little fine detail. I'm not being in a marriage, by the way, guys, but it's just, I feel like it's the little fine print because I've seen marriages that are successful and it's nothing crazier than what you see every day. It's just that there's just these little things that this person is willing to overlook, and that's just what makes it what it is. That beautiful thing that everyone and every woman is craving. So now, if you find out that there's a lot of women that don't let that little thing, that's not willing to just compromise on this, because everybody cannot be perfect. And when people are just looking to meet their soulmate or someone, they just expect everything to just come fine tuned. Sometimes you have to tune your man. I just believe that it shouldn't be a transaction, and whoever that is trying to share the narrative that it should be, it might end up a generation without love out here, and you need love to actually lead in marriages. That's my take on that. But
yeah, you wanting to say something?
Yeah, I think let's Obidi, are you done?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, Kay. The floor is yours. Go ahead.
Thank you. I feel like Obi, you made a really good point, and Obidi, I do agree with you. However, when you say fine tuning your man or fine tuning your partner, I think that's where we have to look at the that partnership side of it, because understandably humans are not perfect, and I feel like when it comes to Nin- Nigerians in particular, like because we are all Nigerians and we're all three of us are within this Gen Z generation. I feel like when that transaction part comes in, I feel like it's Gen Z women saying that they don't want to deal with that much stress that some men tend to bring to marriages, because I understand having your partner not being this perfect person. I do. But then when your partner comes with stress such as infidelity, lying, dishonesty, things of that nature, that tends to be what the community wants us to deal with. And not making it a gendered situation at all, but just saying that in the past, that's what it's been. I feel like that's what they make it seem like the perfect marriage is a woman dealing with her husband's flaws, which happen to be extremely detrimental to the union, which makes the union invalid and completely uninhabitable for the woman. So I feel like, yes, it's understandable that, okay, maybe not everyone is a complete human, but I do feel like each person could come to a marriage or a partnership 100% and not needing to build each other up. Instead, they would just work with how they are now, which would be solid human beings. So,
I
I
have I have a rebuttal to your answer. What I'm going to say is that if you have a partner that is, let's say, that's what's that word that they use for people that are, like, not, that cannot keep to themselves, and okay, is it conspicuous, or I'm sorry,
clingy if they can't keep to themselves.
someone that can,
Clingy.
I'm sorry,
Somebody that is clingy.
no, someone that don't cannot manage one wife, promiscuous, okay.
Oh, promiscuous.
So if you would see signs in the beginning. They said that you would see little stuff that gives you this inkling that this person is not someone to be trusted. So when you see that small inkling, just bow out. But it's you that's trying to, you try to, be in that situation. You want to go further. You want to see if they can change. Then now he drops this whole load of things. But this is something you already knew. The thing is that if you meet somebody that is a good person and they are
Yeah,
willing to, they want to actually be in a relationship that wants to get married, they're going to, you will not have to be dealing with baggages to begin with. That's
true.
where the mindset is going to be at.
Okay.
So I just believe that I'm just speaking in certain case situations whereby if you want something to actually, if you want to make something out of your relationship, marriage, or whatever, it's just like you see a a seed, and you have to carry your water and go and pour water. That's the service you have to,
Okay, yeah. So we're watering the good parts. We're watering the good. Oh,
to germinate at some point.
yeah.
It has to come together, and
Okay.
that's how I see it. Like, if you have to give in the marriage, which is, but it doesn't have to be seen as transaction. And where I'm talking about, you have to give is like, you have to put in the effort inside the marriage, and you have to, if you're finding your partner, your partner. If this person wants this marriage to work,
Hmm.
you guys will both tell yourself things. This is what I like about this. This is what we can do to get forward in this marriage. This person is going to be like, yeah, you know what, I like your idea because I want this to work. Honestly, I've heard this saying so many times. Two people that have says marriage cannot work. You guys have to both be dumb about each other, and that will make sense. That's how I see it.
True. Okay, I see your point. I see your.
Not
So,
totally dumb. Just be
so
dumb
Bibi,
about your partner.
I have this, right? The problem is that the Gen Z are too educated, too smart. They know too much. I'm so sorry. I'll use the word too much, that they cannot be dumb. For instance, let's say K or Chi has a job, and that job they earn, they earn a lot of money in that job, and they're making six figures, and their partner has a job and they don't make up to six figures, and then there's a problem. The partner is running late to go to work and they are running late. K or Chi, even if you make the more income, are you going to compromise to be late at work and have you help out with the kids, maybe dropping them off? Or are you going to ask the partner that makes, less money to actually be late for work? I need you. It's just, who's going to have to, what would be your consideration? Yeah.
That's
Before she answer, let me throw before you answer, Chi, sorry. Let me throw a few things that from the comment section to have at the back pocket to address. Somebody said because of this Gen Z mentality, men are not married again. Another person said with this mentality with Gen Z, you sure say I go marry. Somebody say Chi, they want to give you a hug. Chi, somebody wants to give you a hug. And then somebody also said that Chi, your point is good. It's just that Nigerian men don't love their wives. Okay, go ahead.
okay.
Okay.
So first of all, the person that said with Gen Z's mentality, men don't want to marry because of that. Life is simple. Marry a millennial then. Don't marry a Gen Z. Move on. That's
Period.
my take. Don't
Period.
marry a millennial. Or you wait for the next generation and marry. Full stop. Um
Okay.
then answering your question, I'm going to also bring up something that I've had a conversation with someone before.
Okay.
My answer will be in that moment, what is at stake? Because the question is if I go late because I'm earning more, if I go late to work, do I have the tendency of losing my job in that moment? If the answer is yes, then I have to go and partner has to stay. But in that moment, if it's that probably at a level that, oh, I'm flexible and I can come in late and close late instead, but my partner does not have that flexibility, then he has to go. So for me, it's not about who is earning more in that moment. It's the flexibility.
At
What is
risk.
at
So,
stake
so
in
Chi,
that
Chi,
moment?
there's no flexibility. You guys will be punished for the same issue, and somebody has to take this child to school so you guys can go to work. So, what are you gonna do? What is gonna be the parative? Just give me in that context.
For me, in that context, is like it has to be what it at stake. If it's that if I go, I lose. If I don't go, I lose my job. Or if he doesn't go, he loses his job. That is
Yeah.
what is at stake. Then the person earning the highest has to go to work.
Um, Let me take you back to your Bible before she answers, and tell us the story you need to tell us. Now, the Bible says, women, submit to your husbands, right? And
Ewa.
men, love your wife as Christ loved the church. Because right
Now,
now
Gen
you're
Z,
not
you want
submitting,
talks of me too.
right? You're not submitting because even though you lose your job, the man will still fend, even though he doesn't make six figures, right? But you said the one that makes the highest money has to go. Chi, I'm coming back to you because you
I'm
have that
coming
lovely
back to you
story
too
to
because I
tell
have a
us.
counter argument.
Okay, no problem. K, the ball is in your court. What is gonna happen? Please tell me.
I do agree with Chi's statement because I would also, if there were things at stake, I would also consider what is at stake. Because as much as I give the impression of having one child and being with a cat, I also do feel like I would want to compromise with my partner in that situation, or compromise with my husband in that situation, if we really had to make a decision. But since you stated the context being that there is no flexibility and one of us will be punished if the other does not go to work on time and the child needs to get to school, I would have to say that the higher earner would need to go to work. And in this context, since the higher earner is me, I would gladly take the car to go to work and then my husband would have to drop the child, because I'm thinking not in the concept of submission or being the neck and my husband is the head. I'm thinking at this point of our whole family unit. If my salary is providing us the lifestyle as a whole family unit, plus my husband's income that happens to be lower, then I would want to retain my job. I would want to keep my
Kay, my heart was broken. You
Lola,
ended up
no.
breaking it. Now, hold on, Kay, because those men are complaining. See, I gotta be honest, because you guys have turned our marriage to transaction. Now, I'm going back
How?
to T because she says she has a cantal, because we're coming to an end of this. Just after now, we'll treat one and then we'll close because we need this section again. There's a lot of things. We need to bring a lot of things out from you all. But trust me, you all have been nothing but amazing. Now, you want to, oh my God. So, how would the man feel like when he loses his job, knowing that the wife is now, because, and first of all, I don't know. I'm psychosexual, right? I'm I'm attracted by intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm also demosexual somehow, but I like the intelligence aspect. Now, there's something I want to say to you. So, but I still know that I will let the man take his place. What I have to consider is how it will make my partner feel versus compromise. Remember, I'm a millennial, so I have to wear the millennial shoes right now. So it's unless, so let me say my husband is an engineer and I'm a lawyer, right? So and this happened, I have somebody to I have to check. If it's not life and death matter, trust me, I will not compromise. I if it's not life and death, it must be life and death, and it must be something I will make my partner understand. But if he still wants to take the lead, come on, a little patience will not kill. The God that brought that one will bring the other one. Remember, I'm also African. So, in as much as I want to be part of the Gen Z, there are so many lines I'm not going to cross. Chi, we're coming back to you, but before we come back to you, somebody said this is the reason why a single mom will train her child. The child will be misbehaving, why a single dad will train the child, and that child will be responsible. Are you kidding me? Come on now, you didn't say that. You didn't
You did
say
not just
that. You didn't write this on our comment section.
not in
Everyone
Dr.
with their own
Precious'
opinion.
chat.
It's the mentality of the Gen
Let them
Z
know that.
is just OFG. What does that mean? All the
It
Gen Z is
means
OFG. What does that mean? OFG, what does that mean?
OFG. Just
I think he meant to write OFC, of course.
Oh, of course. I was lost myself. So, Dr. Precious, I
mhm.
want to yield to you, but give me 1 minute to understand the backlash I'm about to receive, and then I will give you back to you because I know you have a lot to say, and we'll take one more, and then we'll come to an end and push it to another day. So, Chi, you said you have a counter opinion. I'm ready. Shoot.
Okay. So remember when I said marriage is a partnership and
Yeah.
both parties have to make decisions together for what
Okay.
is best for the family, not what is best for my ego or his ego. It is for what is best for the family, right? So personally, I'm someone that plans very well, and that includes financial planning, right? And I'm not willing, I love stability, and I'm not willing to be going to an unstable financial dynamic when it's not necessary. That's number one. Number two, heavy on partnership, both parties make decisions together, right? And based on what I know and the way I see things, I believe I would marry someone that has my kind of mindset as well. And I answered that question with that sense of both of us have the same mindset, because I'm looking at, okay, if I lose the job that is earning more, assuming my child's school fees has to be paid. Who will pay it? How will it be paid?
Mm,
Are we
good.
going to start dipping into our
We
savings
will, we
because
will reduce
we
the child
both?
to a cheaper school.
No, I'm not doing that.
No,
No, the
Okay.
child does not have to suffer for our decision. The child does
exactly.
not have to suffer for my husband's ego or for my ego. No. So that's my stance. I feel like it's just something very simple. Jobs will always come, right? But in that moment, and if he's the one earning the more, he should go to work as well. So that's why I keep saying everything should come from a sense of love, right? Because if he's thinking, oh, I don't want my child to start going through the stress of coming out from school where she already knows people or he already knows people and going to start knowing another new set of people, especially if it's mid school, simply because we made a reckless decision on who should take who to school. So that's what I'm saying. If from a place of love, and then he will think of, "Ah, I don't want a situation where my wife and I cannot go for the vacation we was planned to go for because we made a reckless decision on who should take who to school."
Talk about it. Talk about
So
it.
it that's my stance argument. You make a decision in the moment based on what is at stake.
It's a
So
pity I
not
don't
based
agree.
on
I
he's the
can't
man
agree with
and
you.
his ego. No.
Okay.
But
And
First of all, an average man is egocentric. First of all, an average man is, if you're talking about an African man, I don't care if they're Gen Z or non-Gen Z, they have some level of ego. A man. Now, I don't want to dive into masculinity and feminine. We're gonna go deep into it. That's why I'm saying we don't have enough time. Maybe the next time we'll dive into masculinity and feminine, because some of these brothers or folks don't understand that some women also have masculinity in them too, because they think it's just a gender thing. But I don't want, like I said, I'm not gonna dive into it today. But hold on, Chi, what you said is valid, but I don't agree with you because I have a narrative, a different narrative. I don't agree with you. I don't agree with Kate because I believe that the man makes the decision. His decisions is final, even though we agree to disagree, right? But we still give that man a chance to make the decision because it's his family. If he says I should be able, because the Bible says I will send you a helper, a helpmate. He didn't say I will send you a co-partner. He said I will send you a helper. So if he didn't trust the abilities of his helper to help him, then that's fine. But right now we're carrying on our lives like God
I'm going to
created us.
interrupt you there. The Bible says, I will send you a helper. And we call God our helper in the sense of what? So, when the Bible said, I will send you a helper, the Bible was referring to the fact that you cannot do this alone.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
Okay.
need a helper. And the
So
Bible was not say sending a helper as per a someone who is way beneath you.
Hmm.
No. The Bible is sending you a helper as someone who is there to work hand in hand with you. And I'm not discriminating the other Bible verse that says the man, Alexa, stop, the man is the head. No. The Bible says the man is the head and the man should love his wife as Christ loved the church. And if you look
Thank
at
you.
it, how does Christ love the church? Christ is willing to die for the church. And that means Christ is putting his church before himself. And that is what
Exa-
a head of family would always do, put
Thank
his family
you.
before himself. So
go,
when a
Hallelujah!
man says,
Oh,
I will send
Hallelujah!
the child to school,
go,
he'll
go,
first of all put the
go.
child's
You
needs before
hold
his
on, hold on,
ego.
hold on.
He'll put my needs
I'm gonna
before
stop you. I'm gonna
himself.
stop you
I'm
right
with
here.
you.
You
I'm
know
with
why I'm
you.
gonna stop you? You see, if remember Jesus came to remember Jesus came to a place and he saw they turned his father's house to a marketplace. He was so angry that he threw them out of the place. Now, that's by the way, where I'm going to bring this into context is when you call somebody your helper, right? The person has come to help you, not to take, you're not coming to take over the person's situation. My thing is, a woman must know her place and a man must know their place. Now, it means that, listen, if you are not going to marry, if you're not marryable and you're not going to marry someone that is the right leader to make that decision, don't marry him. That's my take. Because if I'm going to marry somebody and believe that he should lead us in the right path, that means I'm agreed to take every decision, no matter how stupid it sounds. Any day I can no longer agree and take his leadership, I shouldn't be a wife. I think that's the perspective of marriage, regardless. So when you're choosing this partner, Chi, you should have chose the one that thinks in the direction of what comes first. Because
Yeah.
for me, if the man is making the decision he wants us to collapse, that's fine. It's okay, right? I'm going to lose that job. Maybe apply for a bigger one. But guess what? Whatever he chooses, if he says, "Oh, I'm going to work," I'm not going to banter words with him, right? And that's because I have agreed to his leadership. Because some of us are married to blind men, right? So men that are blind, and they've been leading women in the wrong direction. So
Blind
why
men
marry
don't deserve to get married.
somebody? Okay, why marry somebody you wouldn't take instructions from? See, you're a helper. If I call you to come and help me in my house, I didn't mean that you should challenge my authority. That's one thing, even though we're partners. The Gen Z is shifting marriage from what, because I have a lot to say to you, beautiful folks. The men right now are waging war because of some of the things that the Gen Z is pushing to them. Like they bought you, they paid for your diary. You don't marry a man marries a woman. So in the Igbo customs, if a man marries you, it means that he is the sovereignty, he is the head. However, unless you just married in court and say no to traditional marriage. Now, it, you talked about infidelity. This is me now. I'm going to throw everybody everything Dr. Precious will take, and whatever you guys want to say, then we'll come to a close. To be honest, we will sleep on this topic. It's a very interesting topic.
It
Now,
is.
there's something I want to say to you. You see, our culture, that's why I told you that this whole civilization, see, a lot of people are regretting. Most of our forefathers are toiling in their grave because civilization has turned the women mad. The men are more mad. You know why? Because this is not what they taught. They did what worked for them. Doesn't mean that they were foolish. But as time goes on, we should be able to change some certain things because of the level of wisdom or knowledge that we have, right? But right now, a lot of people are turning it bad. I walked into a platform where this man, they're older than me. They should be in their 60s or late 50s. They were saying that they married these women, they paid for a diary. That means they bought them. So what they say is law, and what they want to happen in their house should happen. They came up with narrative that the Gen Z are not listening to them anymore to be their wife. They're talking about how old they are. But when a woman is old enough to get married, it doesn't matter the age. It matters if she likes this person, she likes this person. Because back then it was about wealth. If this man is rich, you want a better family for the family. But right now, we're now training our kids to the way where they're going to find their daily bread. Now, Chi, this is where I'm disagreeing with you the most, because if you told me that you were waiting on the head to make that decision, for me, when we disagree in that magnitude, I should know when to step out. Now, marriage is all about compromise. I believe that money is the root of all evil. That's one thing I believe. And I also believe that we need money to still function in this family. So when I make that money, or when we make that money, there's still something of I'm still allowing this man to lead. So Gen Z, please, when you have turned our marriage to marriage transaction, this is from me to you. Please also remember that the men are the head. Also remember that in as much as you want your decisions to be heard, you must find an alternative. You must find a way for your man to listen to you. And that's why you shouldn't marry a man that don't listen to you in the first place. Because that's the mistakes we all make. Our brothers say we see all the
Have
red
you
flags.
met Nigerian men?
You say what?
Have you met Nigerian men?
Have I met Nigeria men? What does that mean?
Because women always say Nigerian men don't listen.
OBD is a
Oh,
nice.
Nigerian men, honey, hold on. In as much as I'm millennial, if you're a man, you don't listen to me. I don't know what we're doing together. That's crazy. If
Period.
you're a man and you don't trust me being a helper, why did you purchase me in the first place? Because they're using the word purchase. So I'm gonna ask, if you don't need this from the market, how come you purchase me? Chi, let me tell you this, until our parents stopped taking money for this diary, whatever, they purchased us. They went to the market, they paid something, and they gave them something in exchange. So it's purchase, right? Now, how did they go to the market and buy a shirt that they're not going to wear? When your shirt is torn, sure, you're going to find somebody to sew it, or you don't purchase it at all if you know you cannot manage the condition of that clothes that you're wearing. So what I'm saying is that I agree with some of the things you guys said. You guys spoke fact, but where I'm not agreeing with you is telling me that you have to check who makes the highest money and who is the highest bidder or whatever. A man that is a man should lead by example. That should bring 100. I believe they should bring 100%. So if my man is not bringing 100%, that means I should bring 20%. It becomes a borderline, topic. So Chi, I agreed with you. Where I disagreed with you is that I'm not going to take that decision to go to work and leave my partner. I will make him take that decision so he feel like I don't, mess with his ego. Because trust me, if you cannot handle the ego of a man, there's no marriage. You're hearing from someone that has been in this for a while. If you
Even
cannot
if
handle,
even if that ego is going to mess up your family structure.
that's why I said that anytime I don't see him as a leader, then there's no more marriage. Because first of all, before I agreed to be with that man, I have seen some level of leadership. Dr. Precious, we've had this conversation, all the time. I didn't marry because I was in love. I keep saying this. I married because I saw someone that could be a good father to my children. I married because I saw a team player. I married because I saw someone that was ready to be a brother, a father, and everything I need. So many women just go because they're in love. I didn't marry because whatever he was rich for me to marry. No, 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 no. Everybody has. I married because I saw a man that was ready to be a husband. So will I say when I was going into the market and finding if something suits clothes I was wearing, guess what? Because yes, women also, find what suits them, right? And that's what I'm teaching my daughters to do. Love is something you can build, right? You can build love, right? Yes, but you cannot, a man that is lazy, you cannot turn him from lazy to a workaholic. It does not work. You cannot just change a person. So I'm not
Thank
going to be somebody because I want to change. Please, when we're making these decisions, let's marry leaders. Let's marry people that we can be under their
But
leadership.
how many men have leadership qualities? Because if
A
you
lot of
only
men.
marry leaders, do you know how many men that will never get married?
They will get married to the women. See, Dr. Precious, I
To the
said
women that don't care for
psycho.
leaders.
Dr. Precious, I said I'm psychosexual. So it means that if you don't catch my fancy, there's nothing like age. Let me brag a little bit. Men started asking me for marriage straight up, not even relationship, at the age of 18. From 18, all I saw was people that wanted to marry me. We're talking 3 days after they just want marriage, right? I'm not making any story up. Now, I carry my eye go market, my beautiful ones. I'm not saying I'm in the best marriage. However, marriage have ups and down. But I'm also saying that I married something that I'm not saying you must change, because we go into marriage thinking we will change them. But if you marry a man that is authoritative, madam, now wahala. You say you want to leave baby for him to go where in the first place. He will now tell you how much he paid your father. He will tell you your father needed money the other day and he sends to your siblings. If you marry somebody that likes to tell you law, everything is law and order, you're in trouble. But if you marry someone that both of you understand each other, if you marry somebody that can take your shenanigans, sometimes I want to act my age. My man should be able to enjoy that I act my age. Okay, for example, do you think it's every doctors that understand what is postpartum depression? I will shock you.
No.
That they are doctors does not mean that they do understand. Now, we should be lucky that we have Dr. Precious, that her head is intact. Some of the
Yes.
doctors I know, they talk from the backside of their head. When you bring them to deal with real life issue, they are nowhere. They're off. They are off. But I tell you what, when you are married to somebody that understand their profession and understand their house, see, in your job, your bosses, but in your house, when you cross that door, you wear the uniform of what you are. So when I cross that door, I wear the uniform of being a mother. It means that I understand what is compromise. Now, not compromise on when it's going to affect my health. No, that's not what I'm talking about because today is World Women's Day. Men should stop going to the market and marry women that cannot take care of themselves. Because if a woman cannot take care of themselves, they can never take care of the family. Never, Dr. Precious. They don't have any place. When a woman don't know how to manage finances, Otilo, it means that you guys will be going bankrupt every month. When a man is a chronic humanizer and a spender and you went to marry him because he has money, remember, there's a time where, oh my God, everything in the house will go back to debt, where it came from. Because when you're building those principles, please build it with somebody that will keep rules and also abide by the rules.
Yep.
Know when you're dealing with just a talker. Talk is easy, it's cheap. Talk
Yep.
is cheap. The problem is action. So, my Gen Z, I love you all. But where I'm going to draw the curtain is please, it's not by just, let's don't just talk, let's also do. Let's
Yeah.
go as far as looking at their own family dynamics because it helps a lot. If your family dynamics don't match with their family dynamics, you don't have any choice. Don't go for them. Because, and that's why, listen, the Gen Zs I see now, they're going to marriage, they rush out. They're going to marriage 3 years, 2 years, they're out. You know why? Because they thought it was just by physically what they say. Please look at what they do too. And that's why Chi, any day it's your wedding, wherever it is, if it's in Australia, if it's in America, I want to be at your wedding because I want to hold the mic and remember you today. Kay, I want to be at your wedding too. Obigi, I don't know if you're going to invite me. I don't know where you are, but I have a passport. I can go anywhere in the world I want to go by the grace of God. So please, wherever you guys' wedding are, I want to be there. But I tell you, please, marriage is not a business transaction. Marriage is where two people that understand what is empathy, sympathy, leadership. If you don't understand the word leadership, don't be in marriage because I don't just believe a man is just the leader. This is where I draw the curtain. I want to be with a man that understands that we will lead in our various departments where we have strengths. I want to be
So,
with a man
so
that
you
knows
agree
that
with Chi then? So you're leading, the man is
I'm
leading.
coming. No,
Okay.
you don't understand. I said the problem of Chi's conversation is if she had told me that she'll wait on her man for them to, make those decisions, I will agree with her. Where I'm not agreeing with her, this is what I'm saying, Chi, to you. I'm going to marry a man that sees my ability, right? That understands my ability and that knows that I should come in when I should come in. But I'm not going to be with a man that shuts me up. That is not masculinity. A lot of people feel that when they shut their women up, that's masculinity. I'm an alpha female. I already know. So before we even get to the point of getting married, let's understand ourselves first. Because when you understand yourself, then you understand the kind of person you want to be with. It's simple. Because maybe imagine that somebody just comes, the man comes in and he's nagging me. How are we going to cope? Maybe one day we will break bottle because me, I'm crazy too. Like I said, I'm an alpha female. So it is the strength you give to me that I will give to you in return. That's why you cannot be an alpha female and you say you want to be with this wishy-washy men that cannot match Do you know it's okay for couple to be able to have the same strength? It's an ability. Just like you see, what do you guys call this again? Just as you see autism, people say it's disability. I call it ability. Autism for me is an ability. It's a different kind of ability. So I'm saying to you right now, please, let's be with women and men that understand what we understand, that share similar dynamics, family dynamics, because it's very important. And that's why you see our mothers then that will say, don't marry this man. Gen Z, you will run. No, we'll go and wait in court. Forget that family. But have you sat down to check, paraventure, could there be reasons why mommy doesn't like this man? Was there
You
something daddy
people, are you
saw?
people listening? Are you
No.
hold your ears and listen to
Was
this
there
one.
was there some was
Uh-huh.
there something was there something daddy or mommy saw in this man that they didn't like? Let me shock you. There's a friend of mine, the son-in-law came to marry, this girl. And do you know the guy was making advances on the mother? And this was not a joke. And the mother told her daughter, don't marry this child, don't marry this guy. And they thought it was a joke. 2 days to the wedding, he actually put something on the mother in law's food and slept with the mother in law. When the mother in law came out to say, the daughter did not believe it. I'm friends with her, you know. And I said, no, let's go do some tests. And if they see some level of semen, they can hold the guy and press charges on him. And she was like, oh my God, my daughter would think I hate this man. Then finally, the girl married this man and find out that the husband could not put his pants down. He's always everywhere after she had gotten some XTDs. Now, guess what? Now she now agreed on what her mother said. Now, I'm not saying I want you to do your own homework, your own research. Take your time. Marriage is a long time journey. It's a long time commitment. Obidi said one comment that, oh,
Listen to
we
your
marry, we
parents.
marry,
Listen to
we
your
do this, we
parents.
do this. But I will tell you, see, marriage is difficult. The most difficult thing in the world. It's not easy. Marriage is a job is even more easy than marriage. I'm telling you the truth. Marriage has
Oh
its
yeah.
pros, marriage has its cons. You can see some people developed one mental issue the moment they got into marriage. Because guess what? You will always have a positive self in marriage. Like you can see some couples, oh, he's the love of my life. Oh, he give them 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Something will just happen and you just see the love of your life become the enemy of your life. But if you don't have the maturity, the wisdom, the right people, the right message to
The right
handle what
community.
comes with marriage, you just go crashing. Sometimes you might have the perfect wife or the perfect husband, but because you don't have the right tools, you see, when people say, I marry and if it doesn't work, I walk out. Honey, let me tell you, most people will not tell you the truth. Many people that says those things are handling with worse things in their marriage. Yes, that's reality. Many people that just say, I walk out, I walk in, it's not even easy to walk out. Some people end up going into depression. Some people end up going into several things in marriage because it's a serious business. Yes, that's why I call it a serious business. It's a place sometimes you ask yourself, am I alone? Do I need help? Then talk more of when there are children in the marriage.
True.
Just imagine a child that you don't even know what this child wants, and this child is just crying over and over again. Guess what? You become frustrated. But if you don't sit down and think, okay, what could be done? Is it a diaper? You got to figure out what's going on. Your mother
Lolo,
instinct has to be on the A games. And if you're married to, okay, the man that's solely. So I say this, marry when you're comfortable, when you're ready to actually be married. Dr. Precious, let me use the mic for you. Thank you, man.
Lolo, you have spoken so well. Even me, I learned too. Even me, I learned something from what you're saying. Eh?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Before I say what I wanted to say, Kay, it looks like you're entering somebody's eye. You, ha.
Oh,
I
really?
want you and Chisom will live this life. My-
Please hit me up if you like cats and are financially responsible and competent and know what you're doing in life. Thank
And
you.
fashion
And
Before
fashion.
and
you,
travel.
Obi, I don't see. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I see women that want to give you a hug.
Don't worry. Don't move. We don't move that way.
Obi,
And
Obi, Gen Z said you're too millennial for them.
They'll be okay.
Obi is still
They will be
responsible for
okay.
the Gen Zs. But
Man,
anyway, yeah, somebody said K's smile is cute.
Thank
And
you.
somebody wants to give you a hug and all that and all that. But anyway, Lola, me and you that nobody, me and you and Dobby now. Let's be managing ourselves. So, but yeah, on a serious note, Lola, thank you so much. You have spoken well. Before we close, we did promise a trending topic. I would like to get you guys' take, especially you, Lola. Um, Mbakwe Dimma says, plenty hug for you, Obi.
ah,
Okay, Obi.
hate to go on.
So I want to get your take. Lola, please, I need to get your take on the trending issue. What is the most trending issue right now?
The
Anybody?
war?
Huh?
The
I
war?
Um,
think it's the deliverance,
my
is the
my
street deliverance.
powerful, my powerful. I call her a strong woman. Mm, I've known this lady through a cousin of mine. She was conducting a deliverance service.
No, it's not service. So you mean the street deliverance
On the road. On
on
the
a school
road.
girl? Okay, so let
For
me get you.
clarity, you need to let people know who you're talking about.
Everybody knows now. So,
Don't
I didn't
Odike.
know that I don't know. If I
Evangelist
didn't see
don't
it on your
told
page, I wouldn't have
Oh, I
known.
saw that video. That was a hilarious video too.
Evangelist Tonto Dike that was conducting a deliverance on a schoolgirl, saying that she saw the spirit of death hovering. So, Lola, let's get your quick, because we did
I
promise
feel
one
like
training
she should
topic.
be.
Let's
I
get
feel
your
like
take quickly, get everybody's
oh
take, then we
I feel
close.
like the mother to that child should arrest her. That's what I meant.
You say?
I feel like the mother to the child should arrest her and should press
Why?
charges.
Why?
Um,
Are you anti-deliverance? Why?
no, I'm not. I'm actually in the deliverance ministry, and deliverance is not being conducted like that. And
Mm.
I don't know. Sometimes we just there was something VDM says that it's just poor people that we think that that something is always wrong with them. I just think that as a mother, so Dr. Precious, if there's something you can do to your child, don't do to everybody else. And I think that before deliverance is being taken, you should take excuses. Now, this is where I don't agree with most ministers in Nigeria. Deliverance don't mean that you have to physically attack the person, right? Deliverance don't mean that you cannot silently pray for this person, but you can actually take an excuse from either the parent or in that aspect. I didn't see that was a minor that was not in her place to actually do such thing. And this is not allegedly, this is the truth. And that's why you see this ministry thing, you don't rush into it. Because when you rush into it, you rush out. I still think that she needs some kind of, patience to allow the Holy Spirit to walk with her. Because this time we are the one contracting the Holy Spirit to walk with the Holy Spirit. A lot of us don't walk, allow the Holy Spirit to walk with us. So, and my thing is my condolences go to the parents of this child because this is a public disgrace. Imagine the picture of the girl was shown. It's not like they were hiding anything. The school was shown, the uniform was shown. The disgrace is not acceptable. You can't do it to my child, and I'm actually quiet. So they have to pay for some kind of damages because the school in question that even allowed such to be done, it's a no. I don't know how parents, the student are
School
still
is not aware. She saw the girl. I think she saw the girl crossing the
okay.
street or
So she saw
something.
the girl. So now the school should also take charge because first of all, the girl was still wearing a school uniform. So I think that is school for me, right? And then the parents should not take it lightly, right? And if there's an apology that was made, it should be a public apology, right? Now that's what I want to. Maybe Dr. Precious, when we have pastors here, I ask them some questions that they cannot answer. I've always told you that Uka Dinobi, Uka should start from your heart, should start from the way you receive things. the way you perceive things, right? But I see some people demonstrate church. They don't demonstrate what is God. I'm telling you. And before you conduct something, you need to take excuses. So you saw a minor, you started doing that to a minor. What if that girl had, died? What if she had some ailments? What are we going to say? So for me, this is not she going viral. This is something that should not happen. And I just feel like it's something that needs to be addressed in the appropriate manner. Thank you. I
Yeah.
yield.
Before I hand over to see Gen Z take on this deliverance, I do fortunately, unfortunately, I'm surprised, but Nigerians reacted very heavily on it. And a lot of those reactions are negative. People, I'm like, maybe Nigerians are finally waking up, because normally once it comes to do with ministry, God, they're blinded for whatever reason. So the issue with that is that I am one of those that support Tonto. I'm very happy about her repentance. I applaud her. She's doing well. But this particular one, I even made a video. I was like, those Ukwanike, allow us who want to support you to support you. Because there's so many things wrong with that. Number one, that's a child. It can have some kind of stigma on that child. Growing up, can you imagine her friends getting a hold of that video? It can affect her self-esteem, it can affect her mental health. It's so many, all shades of wrong. And then after doing it, she could have blurred the child's face. She didn't need to show the face. And if she had done that, at least you would say it's somebody who just got overwhelmed with how they feel and they acted out of impulse, but they still protected the child. But she still posted the child's face. And then what a lot of people are saying, I'm trying not to join in, but she was holding, people are even making memes, videos, and everything. She was, she has long nails, and she was literally pressing the child's eyes. And then her group, somebody said those are her ministry group. I didn't know, I thought those were her friends. They were holding the girl down. Some people were holding the girl legs, some people were holding the girl waist, some people were holding the head. I'm like, what is going on? So she now moves with a gang of ministry deliverers. I don't know. I don't know. We need more information on this. Like, who are those women? Somebody told me those are her hired ministers. So
Not
she now has ministers.
not the
And
gang of ministers.
a lot of people are saying she's doing more than the person that helped her to repent. She's doing more than Jereze. But anyway, the thing is all shades of wrong. But I know you're raising your hand, Lolo, so I'll let you speak.
Another thing I want to put out there, AB, the spirit of God is intostigator. It's like you actually being intostigated, like seriously. Like that's why I said it's not something you rush into. If you rush in, you will rush out. That's the truth. I could remember when I got into ministry newly. CAB, you see how we just want to, people that like to club just want to be in the club every weekend. It's just how it is. It's actually
Yeah.
powerful, right?
It's
Now,
shocking.
and now
Yes.
know how Christianity was given to us in Africa, where everybody is literally mad, all in the name of therefore Christ, right? That's also a wrong a wrong thing to do. So now we don't even know what is real or what is fake anymore just because of what they have in the market. Right now, you see a child of 6 years old prophesying, conducting deliverance, blah, blah, blah. That's what is reigning right now in Nigeria, where kids are no longer going to school right now. And they said it's the Holy Ghost. They're breaking into the Holy Ghost. And when you start looking at these children, you just see that somebody has groomed them that way. There's no spirituality to it. Somebody actually groomed them to do that, all in the name of extortion. Like majority of the kids I see that if you take a closer look at them, you just be like, oh my God, what's going on? And now What I'm trying to say is that what she did, Jerry Eze will not do what she did. So she should go back to her mentor. Because
I think she has overgrown the mentor already. Some people even say it's too late.
Our opinion.
So the VDM woke up this morning and said that he has a message for Jerry Eze that he should not allow them come close and I don't even remember what he said. But anyway, let's hear from you. Okay, what do you think about this deliverance, please? Would you be grateful if you see Tonto deliver? What do you think?
Honestly,
And let's hear from you, Chi and Obi, so we can close. I mean, we wanted to do 1 hour, but we're now 2 hours. That's okay. It's not too bad.
yes, definitely. I'm already so down for a part two of this conversation. You both already know it's been an amazing show. My thoughts on Tonto Dike, I would be very scared for my life. If I saw that in real life, I would be scared. If it was happening to me, I would also be scared because last time I checked, Tonto Dike is not an ordained pastor or a spiritualist. She did not go to theology school. She she's not really a practicer of the faith in that regard to where she could conduct deliverances. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I am someone that believes if there's a deliverance occurring or if that's being done, I would like that to be handled by a professional pastor. Now, granted, pastoring is a calling, but I also feel like it is a job. It is a job where you need to have training for, you need to have extensive training for, you need to go to school for. I believe you need to get certificates for it, and you need to know your word. And not only the word in Christianity as it is, but you need to know the origins, those that stem from Judaism, from the Jewish religion, coming back to this modern time. So you need to have extensive knowledge of the word in order to conduct deliverance, but to also manage that deliverance after it's occurred. Because it's not just a one and done thing. That person, you would now have to, follow up with them, check in on them. So what Tonto did, it just looks like a stunt that she just pierced her nails through that little girl's eyeballs and then screamed and left. That's what it looks like to me. So I am very concerned. And as a Gen Z person, with how my generation relates to church, anyway, whenever I see things being done like that in the public, I'm always quick to give it a side eye. I'm always quick to really say, is the Holy Spirit really in that midst? Is that being conducted out of the glory of God or to the glory of man? Those are the questions I ask myself as a Christian, but also as someone of this generation who has been raised under religion and under Christianity, but is now growing up to actually question how people relate to that religion because there's so many false prophets out here. There's so many things that are happening in the world. So I feel like Tonto is just taking her time to shine. I wish she would just continue being a socialite and the amazing actress that she is. But if this is what God is calling her to do, I guess we'll just see where she ends up.
All
We're
right,
here
Chi.
for it. We're
We're
here
here
for
for it.
it.
We're
We're
here
waiting
for
for the next 5 years to see
it.
how far it goes. Yeah. For me, if I talk now, people will say Gen Z, their own is too much.
Please talk. Oh,
No,
talk.
we won't say that.
Please talk.
Personally, I don't see why I'm not seeing any court case already. I'm expecting to see somebody suing somebody already. That's what I'm expecting to see. One thing I know for sure, I don't know about any other person's God though, but my God that created heaven and earth is not an author of confusion. So stop.
And two,
God,
sorry,
when you're doing deliverance, I've never seen anywhere in the Bible where they wrote post it on social media. So if she felt led by the Holy Spirit to do deliverance on that child, it is it's not it's I don't know if it's because you will still need the consent
Of the
of an
adults,
adult
yes, of the
from
parents.
before touching a minor. But let me just bypass that because Nigeria is a lawless country. But even if you finish doing your deliverance, it is fine. It's good to do your deliverance. But why are you posting it on social? Why did you even record it to
To
start
start
with?
with, yes.
Now, I understand that she's a social person and she would always post here and there. But there's boundaries to this. So if she's recording herself praying and kaboshing and posting on social
That's
media, good.
different. Mm-hmm.
That is good.
Mm-hmm.
That is fine. If she's recording herself going to charity, doing all of that, that is good and that is fine. I support that 100%. If she's recording herself fasting and praying for 10 hours and posting to social media for 10 that straight 10 hours, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But when it starts to involve other people
Mm-hmm.
in that video, you have to be logical about it.
Yes.
And I don't think the Holy Spirit would want you posting people's personal life on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And however, there's a clause to it that people learn from other people. But this particular case, she's a minor.
Mm-hmm.
Number one,
Mm-hmm.
you have no business videoing a minor
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
with that, and then you have no business
Posting
posting
a
the
minor
video or picture of a minor on
without the
social media
parents'
without
consent.
consent.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said I don't understand why I'm not seeing court case flying left and right by now. I'm supposed to have seen that the parents have sued Tonto by now. Full stop. I don't need public. We don't need public apology.
Mm-hmm.
Go and apologize in court.
Mm-hmm.
That's my own opinion. And this is not just Tonto self. This is like many pastors out there and many people that are called. Like Lolo said, you need to learn before you go in, not to rush in and rush out.
Mm-hmm.
Because if she takes that time to learn and to go through the school of this, I want to believe that they would have, instructed her and taught her that you don't have to post everything on social
Yeah.
media. No.
Yeah.
So yeah, do your deliverance is not a problem. Deliver 1 million people is good and fine, but don't post minors on social
And
media.
don't go
It's all
telling
shades of wrong.
don't go telling a child that they have some kind of spirit, some kind of marine spirit or spirit of death or spirit of this. It can traumatize the child, okay? And their parents are not
Exactly.
there for the soft landing. The parents who they trust the most are not there to help them. I even in my video, I even made reference to the Bible. There was actually a place in the Bible where Jesus delivered a child, but in the Bible it says that the father brought the child to Jesus. Jesus didn't go on the street and start delivering children. And there was another place where Paul, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Paul that delivered a child and he was put in prison for delivering the child because the demon the demon in the child was helping him make was helping the owner make money. I don't I
Oh, I
don't
know
remember
that
how the
story.
story goes.
Oh,
I
I
know
think
that
I know
story.
when. I think I know where
You
you're
know
talking
the
about.
story,
Yeah.
right? So, but bottom line is you need a consent of an adult. So Tonto, I believe what Lolo said, she's overzealous. This is new to her, if that is what it is, and she's shacking her. And she just might, I just hope she doesn't make mistakes that can cost her. Because some people are even saying that this is all planned, that she's already gotten power and she's going to do this and do that. Allegedly, who knows? I don't believe that. I like to believe that she's just somebody who newly got born again and she's overzealous. But either way, I hope she
Mm-hmm.
will be humble enough to learn because I heard that she's responding as if to say she doesn't care and she's posting it even more and more, saying, that her attitude about it is I don't care instead of the attitude of, oh, I may have done something that I didn't know was wrong at that time and I'm sorry. And people are giving her 24 hours and 48 hours to come and apologize. So many people. But we'll see how it goes. We're here. We don't.
I don't think she needs to apologize, honestly. Nigerians like apology too much. They should go and rest. The
They
parents need
should
to
just
find her
put
in
her in
court. Full
prison,
stop.
Abby. They should
No,
just sue
no,
her.
not prison. Sue her.
Sue her.
Full
I
stop.
don't know. Obidi, what do you think? What do you
Okay,
think?
did you have a take on it so we can close?
my take is, if you get into, why is it that people get into church and just move from being a newly repented to deaconess? There's levels. Ever since I've known the church system, it's always been about levels. This process. I've watched people. They were just in a choir and they got promoted to becoming a deaconess. It's the steps. How does she go from just getting into church and she just bypass all the levels and
It's a process.
somebody?
Process.
I don't understand, and I don't know, like, the church that that she's associated with, how do they see this? Because if you're a church that's associated with this kind of person, you're supposed to be able to give them guidance on how to go about this kind of things. You just don't let somebody of that kind of
And
class.
they didn't let her. Oh. I think they say she has outgrown her. She has outgrown her master already. Some people say she will bring Jerry Eze's leg outside. We have not seen Jerry Eze perform deliverance on the street before.
Wow.
But anyway,
Surprise.
Obi, do you have anything else to say or have you finished?
No, yeah, I don't have much to say on that. I just hope that she learns that there's ways to go about it, and people just, you can't just be touching people's kids. Try to, try to be respectful about people's offsprings. That's how I'll put it. But yeah, because you
All right. Thank you all so much. Thank you, everyone. I think at this point we can close the live. Is officially a little bit over 2 hours, so we can say it's 2 hours. So thank you all for being here. I have definitely enjoyed each and every one of you, your contributions. I love you guys. You are amazing. Lola, you killed it. Please, we need more of you because you know how to do this thing, honestly. Obi, thank you for being here. Your presence has made it a whole lot more on a different notch. So thank you for being here. Kay, thank you for bringing that smile. Everybody there is all over the chat. And she, thank you so much for everything, your contribution. And if they do hijack you from this life, please invite us to the wedding. We want to be here, we want to be there. And Lolo, again, thank you everyone. And everybody that's still on the chat section, God bless you. Thank you. Please don't forget to hit the like button before you leave, in case you haven't done that already. We need
So,
it, we need it. And that's all we ask. And
can.
thank you. And we hope to see you again another Sunday when we decide to do another live. Like I said, I will always announce when I'm doing it because it doesn't happen every Sunday anymore because of schedule. But I definitely appreciate all your contributions. I will still read every chat. Even if I don't read it now, I will still read it. So I do appreciate your contributions. And you guys, today the chat section was on fire. And sorry we didn't get to all the comments. It's not because we don't want to, but because it rolls over too quickly. Thank you all so much. And until next time, may God bless you all.
Masha, bye
Bye.
bye.